Why is it that the development of computer systems offers no solution to the problems of socialism, but instead makes it even more complicated? Interestingly enough, not long ago I read a book about the final days of Salvador Allende. The book is very amusing because it talks about a computer program that was developed in Chile using some huge computers, and the author laments the 1973 coup d'etat because supposedly the problem of socialism had almost been solved in Chile. These computers were going to give commands a coordinating quality, but just before the system could be put into operation, boom, the coup was staged. If there had been no coup, socialism would have triumphed. That is the thesis of the book. And of course, I found myself laughing a lot, because if something characterizes computers, it is that they make the task of organizing society much more difficult, not easier. Listen, computers are dumb machines, in the sense that they can do only what they have been instructed to do beforehand. That is, what they have first been programmed to do. We cannot expect any computer to be able to create information entrepreneurially, from nothing. Instead, what computers do, and they are very powerful and useful machines, is to manage or process, often at an astonishing speed, enormous volumes of pre-existing information that has already been articulated and formalized. In our time, computers have brought a revolution much like books did when Gutenberg developed the printing press. It was a major revolution, because before then, books were copied by hand. They were an extremely scarce luxury item. When book printing increased, it put into the hands of ordinary people tools that dramatically improved their capacity to create tacit entrepreneurial information. A similar change has taken place today with the Internet. Do you think the Internet has made it easier to organize and regulate societies? On the contrary, it has made it much more difficult. An ordinary human being with a personal computer at home can use it as a springboard to generate numerous opportunities for entrepreneurial creativity, which would be unimaginable without the computer. The computer does not create these opportunities. It simply permits a person to make many more entrepreneurial discoveries. So, what computers do, like what books and the printing press did in their day, is to exponentially increase the capacity of entrepreneurs to create practical, tacit, dispersed, and inarticulate information. In other words, they make organizing society much more difficult. A society in which both the governing body and ordinary human beings have at their disposal computers of the same generation is a society that is much more difficult to organize from above in a coordinated manner. It is much more difficult to obtain the information human beings generate on the job, because, from a qualitative standpoint, that information is much richer, and from a quantitative standpoint, it is much more abundant. In short, these tools allow the complexity of the problem to reach unexpected dimensions, which were practically unimaginable before. And if any of you believes, as in the book on Chile, that articulate information could be transmitted to a computer, and that the computer could digest and process it, and, by solving a system of equations, it could arrive at the optimal solution, which could be incorporated into command to create nirvana by coercion, please remember what a monumental error this is. We are talking about computers permitting human beings to discover new information that is far more powerful and creative, not because the information is in the computer, but because the computer makes its discovery possible. When I can surf the net and look at different web pages, new light bulbs I had never noticed before go on for me. It is not simply that I might see an opportunity here or there in a market, but that I see it at the speed of light, and I am the one creating entrepreneurially, not the machine. If I expect to input the information and have the machine solve the problem, well, computer scientists have an old saying, garbage in, garbage out. If you put in garbage, garbage will come out. If I put in garbage, incomplete, articulate information from yesterday of purely archaeological or historical value, the computer will process it and garbage will come out. And if I seek to impose that garbage result by force, I will provoke social chaos, especially if ordinary human beings also have personal computers, and these permit them to exponentially increase their capacity for entrepreneurial creativity.